go. This is the It's Your Perspective talk show every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 8 p.m. until. Tonight is Thursday, July 2nd, 2015. My name is David, a.k.a. Kimba, a.k.a. Christian, alongside our special co-host in the studio tonight. Who might she be? Who might she be? And you are...
Joanna Samuel.
Okay. Let's say that loud and clear again, please.
Joanna Samuel.
Yes. Make sure your mic is on, too. Your voice is in the background now.
I'm here. I'm present.
Yeah. Is it on there?
Yes, it is.
Okay. You got to get up a little closer on that microphone.
Okay.
All right. I just want to say that this is the It's Your Perspective talk show every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 8 p.m. until. We do have a telephone number, 340-201-9005. You can also text us on that number as well. Most importantly, go to our website, streaming live from the VI at yahoo.com. Click on the tab that says Watch Us Live, and guess what, Joanna? They'll see us live. We also have email, streaming live from the VI at yahoo.com. Send us an email. It'll pop up right here on my computer. We'll definitely get your comment and your question on the show tonight. We're in the studio. Most importantly, we do have a guest. You guys wave to the crowd right now. They are seeing you live. Wave. This is the UVI Residence Hall, management team, I guess, is one way to put it. Trudy Golfin, Maria Friday, and Eduardo Prentice. They're our guests tonight. But before we get with them, I just want to say a few more things here real quick. We are coming to you guys live from the high-tech, low-tech studio. At an undisclosed location in St. Croix, Virgin Islands. No radio, no TV, internet only. So get your smartphone, Android, Apple, your iPad, your tablet, your Mac PC, your Windows PC. Open up your browser, Safari, Firefox, Internet Explorer, and just search for our website, streaming live from the VI.com. It'll come right up. Click on the tab that says Watch Us Live, and you'll see the show. We have over 150 recorded shows on YouTube. Another maybe 10, 15, 20 shows on Ustream.tv. What else we got? We have 2 Facebook pages. Definitely want to give a shout out to CHS class of 1982 and 2002. And shout out to Vanessa Hamilton, Julie Lanquist, and Cherise King, and all our past guests. Any of you guys, did any of you guys graduate from any local high schools here?
Yes. Central High.
Okay. Well, give a shout out to your year. What's your year? What year did you graduate from Central?
Class of 2012.
2000. Okay. And what about you, Maria?
CHS class of 1973.
Oh, okay. 73 is in the house. And Trudy?
Well, I'm from Manning's High School and Queens High School in Jamaica.
Okay. Jamaica's cool too. We all love Jamaica. Big up.
Thank you.
One other thing I want to say here is to our guests here that we're moving straight forward and up. The show's mission is just simply to inform, entertain, and empower everyone. And our special co-host, Joanna, do you have any kind words of wisdom tonight to share before we get started here?
Well, first of all, I'm just grateful to be here.
Uh-huh.
You came to the store yesterday. I'm the owner of Added Touch Accessory Boutique
Yes.
in Soniels.
Yes.
And you came yesterday and said, hey, Joanna.
Joanna, you have to hold that mic a little closer, more directly.
Am I good now?
Yes.
All
perfect.
right.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
So thanks for coming on so quickly. I wasn't
so
here
much.
yesterday.
You put me on the spot, but when the call comes in, you got to be able to say in life, you're present and take the opportunity. So I thank you.
Okay, man. So moving on here, our guest tonight. Let you guys introduce yourself.
My name is Trudy Golfin. I'm the director for Residence Halls and the Alvin A. St. Croix campus at UVI.
Okay.
And I'm going to ask Miss Friday to introduce herself.
No, you have the mic.
Okay. Good evening. My name is Maria Friday. I'm the administrative specialist at the University of the Virgin Islands Residence Hall facility, the Delta M. Jackson Dorsch complex.
Okay.
Hello, my name is Eduardo Prentice. I'm a junior at the University of the Virgin Islands. My major is secondary education, concentration in mathematics, and I'm one of the residence assistants here at the Albert Sheen campus.
Okay, man.
Awesome.
So you guys wanted to talk a little bit about the living on campus, and let's start with that. Let's start with living on campus. So And you guys live on campus?
I have to live on campus. Well, I was living on campus for 3 years, and I decided to apply to become a resident assistant now. So I'll be living on campus in the fall semester.
Okay. Okay. And I know we have some other guests here that will probably be on too. I'm sure they probably live on campus. So what is it? What is it? I mean, what is the whole campus life like?
It is.
What would it be? What would it be like for you? What do you think? I mean, I'm sure you've had other friends that have been on there. I mean, do you prefer to stay on campus, or you'd rather live
At home with mom and dad or whomever.
Well, I wanted to see how it is to live like a little independent life away from mom and dad. So like, I decided since I'm going to university, it's not that far, probably 15-minute drive away from where they live. And I decided, okay, I'm gonna live home because it's easier living on campus because the walk to the main campus is like five minutes. You know, always on time for class. Try and be a good student. Try.
Okay. And Miss Friday, and so you say you're the what is your title again there?
Administrative specialist.
Okay. And so what does that entail?
My responsibility entails meeting and greeting the folks or the students that do apply to live on campus. I process all their paperwork. I assign their rooms. I become their mom. I become the mom away from home. I become a friend. I become a counselor. So I am that person that 100% of the time is the first person that greets the person, whether it's physically by coming to our residential facilities or via telephone. Sometimes parents call or a student call inquiring questions about living on campus, and 100% of the time I'm the first person online that greets that person, answer those questions. And a lot of times for those that come from the mainland and other parts of the world, because just because we're here in the Virgin Islands, our students on campus are not just those students that live on St. Croix. We have had students that have come to us from as far away as from Alaska to live on campus. So right now, our residential facilities is a melting pot, a little potpourri. We have students from New York. We have people from Washington. A lot of people come to us from the cold areas. They spend with us sometimes 1 semester, 2 semesters, because we have what we call a national student exchange program. Some students come on that program to live on campus, but we have those that just go on the web page and find us and just decide to come to UVI. So I am that person. So
how many kids do you have?
For this semester, we're looking forward to having our facilities filled to capacity, which is 86 beds. And we're looking forward to that. Our campus is still in the growing stages. The more, the merrier. Once we get filled to the maximum, and the universities will see that there is a need to build, hopefully, another facility to host students.
Okay. Okay. And Trudy, what is your capacity there?
Okay, as director of residence halls and student housing, pretty much I work along with Ms. Friday. I work along with my resident assistants, and pretty much a good family. Pretty much a good family support team.
Okay.
And so I would, as director, I'm pretty much held responsible for basically everything that happens in the residence halls. And so, we have to really work as a team to make sure everything happens. As Ms. Friday alluded to before, we do meet students and parents at the university. So in addition to all that she does and all that our resident assistants do, I have to ensure that the facilities are kept up to par. That we have met all our we're up to standard with all our facilities and all our equipment. That we have wonderful programming that can engage our students over the semesters, and that the hall in itself is kept in a manner that upholds university.
Okay. So I mean, what is it really like? I mean, we all see shows on TV about living on campus, Can't think of any shows right now, but I mean, is it like that? What's that show, Joanna?
I see Eduardo. You asking me, Joanna. I see Eduardo over there smiling.
What's that show
Other
that we all
parties,
used to
Eduardo.
watch?
Do you see that smile?
Parties.
You wanna hit it? You wanna go ahead? Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yes.
How they show it like on the TV and stuff.
College.
It's you can kind of. It depends on your perspective, how you want the campus life to be. If you want to have it fun, you can make it fun. You can have all the parties you like. Well, parties not on campus because our campus is a dry campus, meaning we don't have alcohol. We're not allowed to have alcohol on campus, but we do go out. Most of the times we go out to party and we go out to have fun. But it actually is up to you. If you want to have fun, you will have fun. Because when I came in, I wasn't expecting it to be as fun as I thought it was gonna be. You know, I thought.
But why is that? What was your thought about that? And then you got there and it changed. I mean, you thought it would be more kind of dry and mundane or boring in a sense.
Most of the people I met there were very studious. They were more into their schoolwork. How I saw it, they were more into the schoolwork. But when you're actually living with people and you meet them and you know them, it's like, okay, look, now I know the true side of you. You know, it's like something like that. It's like, okay.
And if I may add to what Eduardo says, because one of the reasons why I'm a director of residence halls is based on the experience I had as a resident student. I lived on campus for 4 years when I was studying, and it really is a fulfilling experience. Each campus, each country, because you know we have students from different parts of the world, different parts of the U.S., and many of the students may have had a different experience elsewhere. So each campus will have its own culture, its own experience as it relates to the students that are there and the residence halls. As director, my job is to ensure that the environment that we create is conducive to the success of the student.
Okay.
And that includes programming that, you know, you consider the academic. There has to be a balance. There has to be a balance in terms of the students doing well, because that's the real purpose for them being there, is to succeed academically, get their degrees and continue with their lives. But in addition to the academics, we have to have that social balance wherein the students can be engaged in a very positive way. You know, whether it be, you know, through different social activities, whether it be through community outreach, so that when the student leaves our halls, that they would leave better for having been there, better than when they came there. You know, when I was in residence life as a student, what I am today, I can tell you something about the classroom, but I can tell you a lot more about the engaging aspects of my residence life. You know, from my director to my resident assistants to my involvements. That's what made me a complete student.
Okay.
Awesome. It seems that you and Ms. Friday have a very close knit with the students based on everything that you were saying. So that's awesome. How long have you been the director there, Ms. Golfin?
I began this position in February of this year.
Okay.
And but I've been at UVI for, I would say, 8 to 9 years in different capacities.
Well, awesome. Well, congratulations to you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I could really feel the dedication there based on everything that you guys said so far.
Yeah.
Now, one of the things you mentioned too, Trudy, was that there are programs, if I understood you correctly, that I guess the students can get involved with while they're there as being a student in the residence. So, like, what kind of programs are you referring to?
Okay. Within the residence halls, we have academic programs. Because, you know, different students will come with different strengths and different weaknesses as it relates to the academics. So we have to ensure that we have a good program in terms of tutoring, in terms of peer support that can support the students. You see, living on campus, I see it as an untapped resource, wherein if the student is at home, they may not be able to get that support that they'd have wanted to really excel quicker. I mean, your sister probably might be smart in some areas, but you have, or your brother, or your parents for that matter. But on the residence halls, you have a lot of other students who may be better in certain subject areas than you are. It may be math, it may be English, it may be whatever. So we try to put together that pool of students that can help the other student to make it better.
So it's like tutoring, that kind of stuff, okay.
Yeah, academic support. We have the developmental part of it, whether it be helping the student in terms of public speaking, interviewing for jobs, having students having intern opportunities, so different aspects to make it a more holistic environment for the student to grow.
Do you guys have curfews there?
No.
No curfews? Okay.
Miss Friday, you could talk to that, Miss Friday. Go ahead.
There are no curfews. Once a student arrives at the university residential facility, we treat them as young adults. For some, it's the first time being away from home, besides going to grandma or their cousin or a little off-island trip. But this is their first experience to become that independent person. We as parents are very fearful here in the Virgin Islands to let our children have this experience. If our kids tells us that we want to go to Harvard, to Yale, to Princeton, we will let them go freely. We won't think about how far they're going. We won't think about all that's going on in America. We just let them go. But when our kids tells us that they want to come and live on campus, right here where it's like 5 minutes away from home, we put a roadblock in front of them. We don't want them to have this experience, but as a person, as a mom, as a student, as someone that also went to school in the mainland, this is the opportunity that our students get to really experience college life. I wish that every student that come to UVI will at some time, even if it's just one semester, will take the opportunity to come and live on campus. It makes a difference. Here you don't have that person waking you up in the morning. Here you don't have that person making sure that you are fit to go to class. You have to do it all on your own. You have to wash your clothes, learn. Sometimes we have students that have never done a laundry because we as moms have done it all for them. So this is that experience that they get. And no, again, there are no curfews. We treat you as young adults because if you go to Harvard, Princeton, school in Maryland, wherever you go, there are no curfews in those schools. So
Okay.
why do we have to have a curfew? We treat them as young adults because when our students graduate from 12th grade, just think about it. For them, as a young person, they are not a baby anymore. Some of them will just now be turning 18, and that's like the magic number. I'm grown, so.
And I was planning to ask this question, but I think you answered it. When students, as we'll call them, maybe newbies, when they are transitioning and coming into dorm life at the university here, are parents involved? And if they are involved, how involved are they in the very beginning stage?
In the very beginning stage, the involvement of the parent, I will say 100% is they bring them on campus. They bring them on campus on their check-in day. They might come back that night.
Yes.
Second day, they might be there making sure that their water is, they have some cases of water, that they have their pillow. But after that, I would say at the end of that week, once orientation is over and school begins, little bit and none.
So
you have you have students that the parent says, I'm picking you up every Friday and taking you home.
Okay.
You got to obey, you got to go. But you have those parents that this is it, I'm giving you freedom.
So they give you a case of bottled water and a pillow, and they say you're on your own.
Hey, I have seen it many times, making sure that those cases of water get in that room, you
Yeah,
know.
that sounds a
make
bit
sure they have
harsh.
their little pillow together. But after once they start class, I see a dying down of parents.
Okay.
Parents can come and visit their children or their kid. They can come to see them, but it doesn't happen that much. You have to be that parent, I will say at times, that just don't want your kid to go away. Don't want that child to have that freedom. It might be a kid that you might have some concerns about the freedom where they are. But, you know, and you might do a little checkup here and there, but I would say 99% of the time they're on their own.
Yeah. So do they have like programs? Like maybe every Wednesday is movie night, and every Thursday is
Get together night.
get together night.
Talk night.
Do they have
Interaction night.
They have those kind of like programs there, or not even programs, but I mean things to do.
I'm sure the students probably set that up. Eduardo?
Yes, we do hold programs for the residents because we don't want the residents to just come and go to class and then come back, because they're gonna be there 24/7, and there's gonna be a time on the day where they're not gonna have anything to do. So we're gonna hold programs for them to keep them occupied, so they don't feel down.
And make it interesting.
Keep the hype up as much as we can. So we do hold programs. We hold like movie night, karaoke nights.
Okay.
We might go out, have a little bonding ceremony, go and what do you call that thing? Bonfires.
Okay.
Have a little bonfire. We do those.
That's
Okay.
awesome.
So just to build camaraderie again amongst all the students, basically.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Now, what about if a student has like more of a personal problem? Can you guys deal with that? Maybe a student, I don't know, maybe got pregnant or maybe got drunk or anything personal.
Serious issues here.
Yeah.
that
Can
we
you
know
can you are you
students
guys
to deal
equipped to
with.
deal with that kind of stuff?
Yes, we are. We are a support team. We do have different offices. First of all, I as director, I have to live on campus. So I'm on call 24 hours. At any time of the night, if there's a case of emergency, I'm pretty much the first person to be reached. And in addition to me living on campus, we have our university nurse, my sister Costa, who also lives next door to me. And so right there and then there are two support teams. And then we have our university counselor, Mrs. Towell, who is also pretty much accessible or on call. Plus we have our security force and all that stuff. So we do have the university in itself has a support team that looks into how we deal with our students and how trained we are to deal with certain situations. And yes, you're going to have personal situations. You're going to have the need for counseling, and these things are going to arise. So we have to be prepared for that and to be able to deal with it.
Okay.
And from the get-go, so that the students get in, we have to have that talk as early as possible, because these are young adults in different stages of development. You have some students who are just coming from high school. There are some students who are more mature. So you have a mix of students, and so what we have to do is to pool our resources and make sure that we try to deal with what arise, and then just be real about it. Luckily for us, we have not really had many incidences or negative incidences that we have had to be screaming about. Miss Friday has been there for 16 years, and she can attest to being there and what she has had to deal with.
Okay.
And but that's something that we take very, very seriously, because students are in our care. And we have to ensure as a university that we are trained in a way to deal with it properly, or we have the resources that can deal with it.
And you set the tone very early at the beginning stage.
We have to,
of
we have
course.
to set the tone.
And I guess that's all entailed in the orientation.
It's in the orientation, and we do have a number of policies on campus that the students are required to adhere to. And we have our protocols in house that if the rules are not adhered to, well, definitely the consequences have to be met out.
Yeah. So is this a new position for you? New position. Did they have someone in this position before you took over, Trudy?
Yes.
Okay.
Over the years, Ms. Friday may be able to talk to that history over the years. I started in this position in February, but before that I was in different capacities at the university.
Yeah. But what I was getting at was, since now you're in charge, are you implementing any new initiatives, programs that are different from the person that was in charge before, making the whole, campus life better or more exciting?
Oh, definitely. One of the things that, as I said, having lived on campus, even though my campus living was in Jamaica, where I went to university, and it's two different islands, but we have similarities as Caribbean people. There are many different programs that will be taken on stream that can go towards the needs of the students. Remember, we're having students from the Caribbean, we're having students from the States, we have from different countries.
Very broad.
And so, whereas we're going to plan different things before the students come on, we are still going to be involved with them at the moment they come in to see how best we can plan programs to complement their needs also. So even though we have a set up a number of programs going forward, but one of the things that I do as director is I meet with all my resident students one-to-one.
Okay.
And that gives me a chance to learn the student and to see how best I can facilitate that person's growth and development in the residence hall.
Okay.
You see, I'm there to facilitate. I'm not there to dictate and to live your life through what I have been. I'm there to provide the programs that will help you. And so, you know, we're doing a few things differently, and doing a few additions. Key for me is the academic growth of the student and the personal development of the student. So we're not going to be only stuck with, you know, the social aspects, but there's going to be a balance that encourage a student's development.
Okay.
So you do meet one-on-one. That's great. And at the same time, when incoming students, you know, are coming in, do you give them a questionnaire so you'll be able to assess the different personalities and the different even ideas or contribute to what they would like to see on campus? Do you give out a questionnaire?
Oh yes,
to include them?
Yes, and that's key. I mean, as I said, we're going to have some things before the students come on that is to get them engaged. But the moment they get in and are a little bit settled, say within a week or two, in addition to what questionnaires we'll give them when they and enter in, we'll be meeting with them over a period of time to ensure that we get to learn them better so we can facilitate their needs.
Yes.
In addition to the students, even before the students come to live with us, we do invite students and parents to come in ahead of time, and we give a tour of the residence facilities so that they can be aware of what we have to offer. And we also invite the students to, and the parents to sit down on a question and answer, so that it gives them a chance to ask questions, and this is a chance to also get to know them and prepare for them. So, I mean, it's key. I mean, you have to understand who you're serving.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
You have
Needs
to see
and
what the
wants,
needs are,
need,
yes,
wants,
try
and
to,
how can you serve?
you won't be able to meet all the needs now, but for the most part,
Understandable.
how best can we, you know, facilitate, you know, that's your experience. How can I be a part of it and to make it better for you?
So I'm a new student there, and my request is that, you know, I need
want, David?
3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms in my room. Is that
No.
is that kind of the kind of request that?
This is what you just meant by needs not going to be met.
Stay home.
There you go.
Within what we can afford. Stay home.
But I'm sure you've probably heard some interesting requests. I would imagine, right?
Have you? And what are they? Give me one, two, at least.
The main question that pops a lot of time is this, and it comes especially from individuals that come from the mainland, is no air conditioner. No,
there you go.
Our rooms are not air conditioned.
Oh, really?
We
Caribbean
enjoy
life.
our Caribbean breeze.
Yes.
And we have a ceiling fan, and my words to them is, if it gets too hot,
Open
feel
the
free
window.
to buy another fan or open your
The
windows. But no AC in
Wow.
this facility, and we've never had. The question comes, but the major complaint, not too many times. In my years there, I will say one time, and the students, when they were from the States and they went out and trying to buy these mini air conditioners that are portable and
Yes.
stuff like that, and they couldn't take it, and some of them left or whatever. But according to them, so that's all in my 16 years in the residence hall. I've been there since the facilities opened in 1999. I've had 4 residential directors, 2 males and 2 females, different personalities, different goals, different energy in the residence hall. So as the admin person there, I look forward to this semester. I've been with Miss Golfin since February. I've seen her joy. I've seen her desire to a better campus life. I've seen her dedication to the students and how she interacts and find them and becomes part of them. Sometimes we work and we just work. And in this particular area of the university, you have to be part of the students. You have to know the individuals that walk through the door. You have to sometimes get it out of them because they don't want to do it, or they might be afraid. Sometimes you see them down, and you got to be that friend. You got to be that person that goes to them and say, hey, what's going on? Is it the grace? Sometimes they open up to you to tell you things. Sometimes you continue probing until you get what's going on with them. And I've seen her done that, and I know the night is not about her, but for myself as the admin person there, having her on the team, I know from February to now, I think she has made a difference, and some of the other team members that live on campus, I'm sure that they can attest to that. And I look forward to the opening of the fall semester, because not only will we open actually with a new housing director as her, but we will also be opening the halls with 4 new residential assistants. So
that's
having
awesome.
having her and 4 resident assistants that are new, with her, I think the halls are going to get to the next level, because in life everything just can't stay forever like it was. And you know, some people always say the magic word, let's not talk about the past, but the past brought us here, and we just have to look forward to the future.
Yeah.
And I know with her expertise, she can, number one is that she can do the job. She's qualified. She have done this before in Jamaica. She came to us under some situations, great one. She's been an asset to the university from day one, and now having her on this side of the campus, you know, she will continue to do good. And the one thing that Ms. Golphin has going for herself is her previous job. She was connected directly with the students. So her connectivity with those that don't live on campus and those that live on campus has been a tremendous plus for our residential facilities.
Okay.
Yes, dedicated individual.
So I
I
can
know.
keep my head.
That's awesome. I can attest to that, Judy. You know, I know you're a dedicated person, so I'm so happy for you, and wishing the best. And I know you're gonna do great. And I just love, you know, just hearing the dedication between you and Miss Maria here. Awesome.
Thank you.
What about privacy and that kind of stuff? I mean, I'm in a room. Do you guys have like weekly inspections, or is it just pretty much, you know, I'm in a room and as long as I don't burn the place down, I can pretty much do what I want to do?
Well, you're in a place where you can do what you want to do. You're paying for it. However, the University of the Virgin Islands has its rules and regulations, and if you don't adhere to them and you get caught, well, you will be dealt with accordingly. But you will have a room. The room comes with 2 beds, 2 study desks, closet for accommodation for a double.
Okay.
So you have your roommate. Once you get your roommate, you and your roommate needs to have your conversation.
Okay.
You know, how y'all are going to live together, especially if you don't know each other. So that's one thing. But there are inspections. The halls are inspected. The resident assistants will come up with their program, or the director will say, I want the halls to be inspected weekly, bi-weekly, monthly. But those inspections will occur.
Okay.
The privacy comes, you have a closet, and you decided that, hey, there is nobody to the front at 3 in the morning, so I can sneak my Crucian bottle, I can leave it in my closet, I can take my zips as every day. Because me and my partner here, me and my roommate, you know, we're doing the same thing. So he gonna cover for me, and I'm going to cover for him.
Yeah.
So that's no problem. But, and you can do it. You can do anything in life. The one thing you can do is get caught. Okay?
And I would imagine.
So now, Miss Trudy is inspection day. And hey, you had so much fun last night that you forget inspection is happening. You have a class and you're running late. And you left that closet door wide open. And Miss Trudy is coming down with her RA, and they're inspecting, and she looks in the closet, and there is Crucian 151 proof.
Okay.
So you just be prepared for what is coming down your way.
Okay.
Now there are people that probably do it all semester. Nobody sees it. Nobody knows it. Hey, you could say it's fine. It's not fine, but as long as you're not caught, you're not seen. As long as it's not seen. And in our inspections, we cannot make demands to see certain areas. Like the students are allowed to bring their own microfridges or one that they can rent from the housing facilities. Unless there is, like we say in law, probable cause for something, then we can say open the fridge. You know, somebody might have said, hey, go down to Maria's room, you know. I saw her last night and she brought plenty rum, beer, and weed, and everything else. So, you know, if a birdie whispers to you, then you could probably do those checks. But you have to have everything covered, because a student can easily sue you for, you know, privacy and violating their rights and all that kind of stuff. So we have to read and look at what the university has in place for you to do those kind of things. But if you're caught with drugs of any kind, you can be sent home immediately, no question asked. And
Sent home and
expelled?
And expelled from school, or just sent
yes,
him out as
no, you could be your time. You will be terminated for that semester.
Okay.
You know, and if the police is involved, then it gets to be, you know, it gets to be worse. So, you know, students want to do it sometimes, and you just have to suffer the consequences. If you get caught, you're going to be dealt with accordingly.
Okay. You wanted to say something, Trudy, or you
No, I'm okay with that. Miss Friday covered it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna take a quick break. I think we're gonna switch around some people here.
We're going to have a new student.
Two new students.
Two new students.
Yes.
So we're gonna take a quick break, and we're gonna switch everybody around quick, and we'll be
No.
right back. Stand by.
You two will close with the dress.
Wait
back. This is the HR Perspective Talk Show every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Today is Thursday, July 2nd, 2015. And we have the crew from the UVI Residence Hall, St. Croix campus. We just did a quick switcheroo. Trudy is still here, but we have two new people, Jamila Edwards and Reba Dixon. Wave to the crowd right now. You guys are streaming out live. So, tell us who you are. Jamila?
Well, my name is Jamila Edwards. I'm a junior at the University of the Virgin Islands. My major is business administration with a concentration in marketing, and I am one of your residence assistants.
Okay. And then next to her?
My name is Reba Dixon. I'm a junior at UVI also. My major is English with a concentration in creative writing, and I'm also a new resident assistant.
Okay. So when you guys say resident assistant, is it safe to assume that you guys take care of a building? That I guess there's several residence buildings, and you're responsible for a building? Is that kind of how that works?
Yeah, we each have our own block.
Okay. Block as in building, or block as...
Block as in a building with 24 students.
Okay. Okay. So you're responsible for that many people. Okay.
Is this your first time living on campus?
For me, yes.
For
it
you?
would be in the fall.
Okay.
It would be.
How did you get that position?
Well,
Applied?
I applied.
Okay.
It took a lot of courage for me because I am not one to doubt myself, but then this is really good. I knew I could have gotten it, but then you still have some self-doubt. But with attaining this, I believe that I could get anything, because this is such a prestigious position to have at the university.
And being a new student?
Yes.
And then holding this position so early,
Yeah.
in your education, I think that's just so awesome.
With very, very little experience staying on the dorms too.
Wow.
So you guys have a training program that you have to go through in order to be an RA?
Yeah.
You do? Oh,
Yeah.
So what are they teaching you?
What does it entail?
Yeah, what are they teaching you in the training class?
Well, we haven't started as yet, but
Okay.
Miss Golfin
Golfin.
could tell you.
I may be able to talk to that. We do have an extensive training program. In some ways, our RAs have begun. It's a little bit different this year.
Okay.
Over the years, it would have been where they would have met probably for a weekend, and they would have done a series of things over that limited amount of time for the weekend. But what I began this year is that from as early as these RAs were selected and approved, we have been doing weekly meetings and weekly sessions in terms of training. Because for me, training has to be real. So they're actually planning and putting together their plans for fall. And so in our training sessions now, we're doing different aspects of training. And this training is going to culminate in August to a more exhaustive few days. And sometimes we have it merged with our St. Thomas campus resident assistance program. So we'll have a wider pool of resident assistants that will serve both campuses, and we'll have like guest speakers and different aspects of the training.
Yeah. Can I ask a question here? Like, as you guys are RAs, I'm just trying to get an understanding here. Like, when I was in the military, we're living in the barracks 100 years ago. You had what they call, I think it was called a CQ, which was a person that was on duty overnight. And they were charged with just staying up, making sure that everything was kosher. So is that sort of similar where you guys have to stay up all night and just sort of watch out and observe, or you guys go to bed whenever you want to and it's just everybody's kind of on their own?
Well, we're on call 24/7, so if a situation is going on at 4 o'clock in the morning, they have to call us up. We have to get out of bed and we have to handle the situation.
Okay, so there's no one really up, sitting at a desk in the front. Usually when you came into the barracks in the military, the first area you came to was where the guy sat at. And, he just sat there up all night. And people would be going in and out of the barracks, out and going to work and that kind of stuff. But I guess it's a little different with you guys here at UVI.
It has a person that sits at the front all night. Security guards?
Yes, actually how we do it for the resident assistants, even though they're on call 24/7, they do have a life. They're students, and that's first. So they do have a life where they go to their classes and you know, they have their social activities and so forth. However, we do have resident assistants that they take turns, and they will man the desk, our front office, until midnight. And so the students, they'll do that for those periods of time. And then from 12 o'clock till 5 o'clock in the morning or till 6, we do have professional security persons who are hired to come in and man the desk from 12 to midnight. And these are not students, these are
Okay.
security persons.
Okay.
But the resident assistants, they do cover a wide range of responsibilities, but they're not, you know, held to the point where they have to be up all night, you know, doing whatever. They still have a life.
Yes. Okay.
But they are called in when they're needed to deal with a situation or to deal with, you know, to do their duties.
Okay.
They're definitely coached by you and Miss Friday. You have weekly meetings,
Oh yes, we have
guiding them
already-
along the way in,
Yes.
in this job that they have to uphold.
Yes, and as I said, we have begun where the RAs will come by on a weekly basis. We have had a number of meetings to date. There are 2 of our RAs who are not with us tonight because they're off island. There's Amali Krieger, he's at a program in the States, a student program, that he was chosen among a number of students to attend. And then we have Felicia Hanley. She's from St. Kitts and Nevis, and so she returned home because, you know, that's her home. So she's out here tonight. But so we do have our regular training sessions, and these 2 RAs are part of the session through technology, whether it be through Skype or whatever.
Okay.
There are certain things that the students have to be trained with from Ms. Friday's point of view, and so she'll continue her training throughout the summer. And then there are certain things that they'll be training from my point of view. And we do have other professionals who we invite to come in and help us in project planning and other stuff for
Okay.
them. Because you see, for us, it's not so much real about the job of the RA, but how best can they learn from the experience to further their professional development. So it's also for future helping them as they move from UVI and from the residence halls to their professional lives.
Reba, I'm so excited for you. So I'm going to ask this question. And I am a graduate of the University of the Virgin Islands. Yes. I attended college for 3 years in Boston. And then, of course, I transferred here to the university. So I've always wanted to live on a campus, but never had the opportunity to do so. So with that being said, what made you consider or want to live on campus or live that dorm life to experience it? What made you make that decision?
Okay. I'm St. Lucian, okay?
Yes.
I was given the opportunity. I came here. I got accepted at the University of the Virgin Islands. I have taken classes for a couple of years, and I reached at a point that I've changed from my prior ways. So I would like to give back to the University of the Virgin Islands within my time. Shouldn't that I am grateful for being given the opportunity to study there, you know.
Yes.
So to me, this isn't just done for myself, for my experience. This is for my school, for my university.
Nicely answered. That's awesome. And I'm sure you'll do a great job
I intend to.
assisting the other students.
I intend to.
Jamila, what about you? You like it so far, or you haven't started yet, or you've been
Living on campus?
Yeah.
I lived on campus for a year and I loved it.
Great.
I will never go back home.
So now, with that being said, what was your experience like for that first year? Whereas we have Reba that's coming in. What has been your experience for the year since you've been there? I see that smile, so I kind of want to dig in
Sound like
there a
she's
little
having
bit.
a ball over
You
there,
know,
man.
what have you liked to appreciate about it?
One of the main things that I like about living on campus is meeting the variety of different students from different cultures. I get to meet people who I have stuff in common with, like I've been skateboarding since high school, like basic skateboarding, and I have not met anybody on St. Croix who skateboards. So when I came to UVI, I finally get to meet like three other skateboarders that lived on campus with me and one that lived off campus. So that was pretty cool. I just like it because it's very live, it's very hype. I like the vibes. I like the fact that all the students just have this good personality and we all get along. We do a lot of group activities, so it's really like a family. So yeah, not that, I love my family, but I love on-campus family too. So yes, I will be staying until I graduate, living on campus. All
And-
thanks to Miss Friday.
And okay, so you enjoy working with these two amazing individuals.
Yep.
Awesome. It's nice to see that family unit. You can definitely see that.
Yeah. So you're gonna stay on until both of you guys are gonna stay on until you graduate, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
I-
So Trudy, you live so although you're not a student, you have to live on campus. So what has that been like for you?
Well, I lived on campus before when I was in Jamaica. I had a similar position at University of Technology in Jamaica where I was director of residence halls. So I've had the experience from then.
Okay.
So I've lived on campus with students, among students, and I guess because I was a resident student and I enjoyed the experience so much, that actually dictated me having an interest in the profession. And so from that point, I realized that I didn't mind it. I mean,
Okay.
I'm pretty much more mature now, but it's I have my own flat, I have my own sense of privacy. My RAs so far have been wonderful. So the responsibilities are spread across. I've not really had any real case or crisis to date. And so it allows me to have a life also.
Okay.
I know what it entails. And the environment has been good. UVI has a very good security system in place also. So, I feel safe, and I feel that sense of space and freedom to appreciate the environment.
Okay.
It has been very, very good.
Very, very good. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna take another break here, and then I think we got one more person. That unless you guys got something else to say.
No.
No.
Yes, no, maybe so. Okay. All right, so we're gonna take another quick break, and we're gonna switch around, and we'll be right back. Stand by. All right. We're back. This is the ETL Perspective Talk Show every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Today is Thursday, July 2nd, 2015. My name is David, a.k.a. Kimba, a.k.a. Christian, alongside.
Joanna Samuel.
That's right. Wow. All right, man. We're moving on here. We switched our crew around one more time. So we have Maria Friday back again, and then we have Shana Banis.
Hi.
And you guys are shipping out right now, and Trudy is here as well. So welcome you guys again, and for the first time here. So she's touching my hand to say what?
I just wanted to say, to Miss Golfin and to Miss Friday that both of you, thank you so much. You have provided us with such a beautiful collage here this evening and information on living a life on dorm with our students. And also thank you so much for providing our viewers the opportunity to experience talking to and listening to students who are coming in, experiencing dorm life. And also, Ms. Shana is here, and I understand that you just recently graduated.
Yes.
And you lived on dorm.
Yes.
And the dorm. Yes. So once again, just thank you so much. So I'm excited.
So
to
you
speak to
lived on dorm for 4 years, or?
All 4 years.
Oh, really?
4 years.
Okay.
So what a beautiful, we get to hear everything this evening. So once again, congratulations to everyone, and I'm just so enjoying the information. And as Ms. Golfin said earlier, I am now just experiencing dorm life through this, since I didn't get an opportunity, to live on campus.
On campus, yeah.
And I have kids. My son is 16 years old, so soon enough, he may be experiencing this. So once again, I'm grateful for being here. So let's go.
So, Shanna, tell us, like, from the beginning, when you first came to UVI, what was that like? And just kind of, give us a little bit of experiences and things that you went through over the years.
She was well put together.
When I first came to UVI, I was a little bit nervous like anybody else, but for my senior year in high school, I did a Spanish class at UVI. So I was a little bit accustomed to it, but I wasn't accustomed to the dorm life. I went to the residence hall to put in my application, and I met Miss Friday, who, I don't know if she knew me from before. She saw my name in the newspaper somewhere, but she gave me that warmth and that I expect great things from you when you're coming in. So being on campus, I've always had that experience, and her, saying good job, keep pushing, I expect good things from you, etc. In terms of being on campus and having that life on campus, I think it gave me the opportunity of, I'm an only child by my mother's side, so I've lived at home alone. So being on campus, I adjusted to living with other people and being in an environment with people who weren't really relatives, but developing that, I guess, relationship, a sibling relationship or a friendship with people who I didn't know.
Yeah.
And talking to people who I probably wouldn't talk to on a regular basis if I didn't live on campus.
So were you a RA too, or you were just living on campus?
I was just living on campus.
Okay.
I wanted to enjoy the full experience.
Okay.
Being an RA is great, but it's a lot of responsibility. So
Okay. So you just recently graduated from there?
Yes, I did.
Okay. So I mean, what were some of the fun things that you did when you were there?
For the most part, I participated in the activities that we've had. I was in my shell when I first started UVI, and then I met a couple of people who broke me out of my shell a little bit. And there were some parties on campus. Sometimes they were held in the residence hall or the great hall, so I used to attend those in my sophomore, junior year. I met up with people, and then we interacted and probably left campus, and we went to different places on the boardwalk and different activities that UVI had. One of the things that I did was participate in the new student orientation, where we took the new students who were living on campus to our different activities that we had on island, like the brew pub activities that are on Tuesdays and Sharkies.
Oh, really? Okay. So Miss Friday, you wanted to add anything?
Yes, I wanted to say about Shana. This young lady came to us 4 years ago, but from the beginning she was well put together. She came to us with a smile, and it was like sometimes you just cling on to people. So when I saw her, I said, I'm expecting good things from you. And Shayna came to us with, I guess, high expectations also to be met on behalf of her family. And she fulfilled those, even though she was not a resident assistant. She did a lot at the university. She was a very active student, campus-wide. The majority of her roommates, if I'm not mistaken, were students that came on the National Student Exchange Program. So she really got an opportunity and experience to live with, people from the mainland. She was always a good host, I will say. I think some of those friendships are still lasting up to now. So overall, I have to say I'm very proud of her accomplishment. While in the house, she kept herself. She studied hard. I could see the days when the days were not so good. I could see it in her face. I will go to her and say, what's going on? Classes or whatever. And she'll open up and we'll talk about it. So I'm just really happy that even though she was the only child, her parents allowed her and gave her that opportunity to experience campus life. So we're very proud of her, and I know she graduated with honors, and she's just a good student, and she's a good person, and she will do good, because I know she's going to get that master's degree. It doesn't stop right now.
So, Shayna, you're from here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, good. So you had a question, Joanna?
What was your major?
I majored in psychology and minored in communication.
Yeah, so what are your plans, going forward from this point on? Are you going to continue with your education, or you found a job?
I found a job, but
Awesome.
I do intend to continue with my education as well.
Great.
But I'm working in the field right now, and then I'll...
In the field?
Yes.
It's an awesome thing when you could get that degree.
In the field.
And you get a job in the field. So, awesome. Best wishes.
Thank you.
Trudy, anything?
Yes, definitely. I'm so happy that Shayna is here with us, because this also speaks to success of start to finish with a resident student. Start to finish. That's what I call it. And it also highlights the fact that it provides an environment for her or other students to do well within a period of time. The main aim of coming to university is to continue on your educational journey and to finish it within a period of time.
Yes.
And how best can you do that with the resources that are available to you? And the residence hall is one of the best resources that's available to any student.
Yes.
In terms of learning, in terms of growing. So with having her, and I met Shayna before I went into the residence hall as director. I've interacted with her on campus. She was one of my advisors too. We used to have academic advising, and we had a relationship. And so I was really very, very pleased when I went to the residence hall and realized that she had graduated within the time frame that she had allotted for herself. Not only graduated, but she graduated with honors, and she did very, very well. And so, even for students who are thinking of coming to the residence facility, or for parents who probably might be considering, would this be a good choice? Up front, it might probably seem there's a cost to it, as with everything else. But when you equate, in Jamaica, we'll say, when you do the math, or when you math it up, you realize that, like for me, when I went to college, I decided I had to live on the residence hall, because I was looking at how can I benefit and how can it help me to progress faster through college.
Okay.
So I looked at how much time I would travel between classes to go home and what could I do with that time if I were to stay on campus, to maximize on my studying.
Okay.
I looked at when I needed help with my math, which I wasn't strong in. I wasn't strong in math, econ, or accounts. Now I'm better because I like money. But I had to find the resources in other students who were strong in those areas. I couldn't get that at home, and I would have lost on time if I were to travel back and forth. So I'm trying to highlight some of the benefits to a student living on campus and how to maximize that to your advantage. For the parent, look at when you start to check about the cost of meals to cook at home or the extra water bill. When you pay that one residence fee and for that meal plan, especially for the student, you don't have to go and wash any plates. You have three or two squared meals.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about washing the bathroom and everything. You have somebody who's there with you. to come and make sure that your facilities are kept clean on a daily basis, because we do have staff who do that, who
I'm
come
feeling
in
the
daily,
benefits.
and come in and make sure that the bathrooms are clean. Your environment is clean. The student only has to ensure that your room is clean, and that's between you and your roommate. And when we come for inspection, because the facilities have to be kept in a good order.
Okay.
So you're talking about, and so what you need to focus on is your academics or your own development, whether it be through, professional growth or other activities on campus. So there are many different aspects to living on campus, and how do you maximize it to your own progress. And so I'm happy that Shayna can attest to, what the environment, how she used it to her benefit, and make it work for her, make it work for others too. So I'm happy that you mentioned about your son possibly living on campus when he comes to college.
Yes.
And I'm sure you see the benefits of him living there. Any campus that he chooses to go to.
Definitely.
But I think her son's gonna just want to stay at home. I bet you. I want to stay at home with mommy.
Oh no, Trey is ready to go.
Yeah,
Miss Goffin knows Trey. We're talking about Trey, Miss Goffin.
yes. And we'll be happy to have him, because more than likely, hopefully I'll be there still. So we'll be happy to have him.
Okay.
Definitely.
All right, so it's about 9:33 p.m. on July 2nd, 2015. I just want to thank all of you guys for coming on our show tonight. But real quickly, I just want to say, is there anything that you guys want to say, any final words?
I just want to say thank you, and I want to say to the listening and viewing audience out there that we are here at the University of the Virgin Islands. Those in America, we are here in the Virgin Islands. Come and visit us, those that are locally, and just give us a call, 332.
332.
Miss Goffin, take over, Miss Goffin.
Actually, our numbers would be 692. Well, let me go over the area code. Sorry, 340-692-4194, 340-692-4181, or 340-692-4247. Go to our UVI website, www.uvi.edu, and you'll see a number of links that you can link us. Miss Friday, she has the experience, 16 years in the business. As you see, her personality wonderful.
Yes.
You could have asked for, and she speaks she speaks Spanish.
Yes, I do.
Yes, and she does wonderfully with parents
Nurturing.
and students. Yeah, parents. We have a continuous open house in the residence hall, so we invite parents and prospective students to come on and see what we have to offer. Feel free to ask questions. And we also have a very affordable payment plan at UVI, wherein, if you're concerned about the cost, which is going to be probably equal to what you'd have spent on water and grocery bills anyway, you can still consider the cost of, the option of doing a part payment plan. You don't have to pay everything up front. You can come in and see what our costs are and how it will work for you. And be a part of the experience. Be a part of the experience.
Is your home away from home?
Yes, definitely our home away from home. And I must say thank you all so very much for having us and for allowing us to share. And we're looking forward to coming back.
Oh, of course, man. That's what we do here. So I want to thank you guys for coming out and sharing some stuff with us tonight about UVI, living in the dorm life, and how exciting it is here. It sounds like it's the best place to go to school in the entire world. Like we better make sure, we always tell our guests to make sure, when they give a telephone number that they include the area code, because, we have people listening all over the world. So we just want to make sure that they dial the right area code to get in contact with you if they need to. But I want to thank Trudy, Shanna, and Maria. They're on the camera right now. And then off to the side here, we had Eduardo, Rima, and Jamila Edwards.
Yes.
There they are right there. You guys, if you guys say whoop whoop real loud, they'll be able to hear you. There they are right there. There they are right there, man. So thank you guys very much for coming out. You guys, once you come here, everybody is a guest and always welcome. I want to thank my special co-host here, Joanna from Touch.
Out of touch.
I'm sorry. Out of touch. I'm sorry.
Thank you so much for having me, and it was really a humbling experience for you to come to the store and ask me to do this, and I did it, and thank you so much for the opportunity.
Yeah, we'll have you back. We're in this thing now of getting guest co-hosts to come in and fill in.
All right. So I passed the test?
Of course. Of
What's
course.
my grade?
A plus.
Trudy, what's my grade, man? You've been knowing me a while.
I'm itching. I mean to say,
You're part of the small business camp with Andrew Morrison.
Yes.
So, I text him, let him know I was on, and wow, we are
and
a
you have been one of our supporting parents for my other involvement with the Hounds and Foxes Track Club, where Trey is an athlete, was an athlete,
Was
still an
started out,
athlete.
yes, but you know.
So we have a relationship for the longest time, and I must say it really was. You couldn't have had a better co-host for me tonight, David, because I mean I know her. She has been. You look wonderful, I must say, Joanna.
Thank you so much.
Every day I see you looking more wonderful, and you did a wonderful job. Thank you
She's
so much.
getting younger every day.
Yes, I am.
Yeah,
I'm
she did a
claiming
wonderful
it.
job. Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to coming back.
And he was one of our sponsors too. At a touch, one of the sponsors.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to leave it at that. It's 9:37 p.m. I just want to say real quick that this is the It's Your Perspective talk show every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And believe it or not, we do have a special show tomorrow night. We normally don't do show on Fridays, but we're doing a special show. We're supposed to have Melody Rames here to talk about the whole 4th of July fireworks concert festivity that's going to happen here on Saturday in Frederickstead, St. Croix. So tune in tomorrow night and get the latest and the greatest of what's happening, who's performing, fireworks, and all that kind of crazy stuff for the 4th of July. My name is David, a.k.a. Kimba, a.k.a. Christian. Joanna from At a Touch Boutique is here.
Yes,
I got it right that time.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, man.
All right.
So we want to say thank you to our guest. Woo woo.
In the building.
Oh my goodness, man! I think my eardrum is blown.
Yeah, UVI, University of the Virgin Islands.
UVI is in the house for sure. So I want to thank you guys. And on that note, we're out, and we'll be back again tomorrow night. Thank you. We're out. Peace.